motion.
Hi, my name's Dave.
And I'm Jill. And we're gonna be parents.
I'm gonna be a dad.
He's gonna be a daddy.
I'm gonna be a dad. Yo, I'm gonna be Big Papa out here. You heard? My chest hurt.
Hey y'all, we're back to you with another vlog about, we have a special story for you guys. Just yesterday, which was my birthday, we announced that we were pregnant to our IG fam and friends and everything. And I just want to say that the love and support that we got from you guys was absolutely mind-blowing.
Amazing.
So we just want to first and foremost say thank you to you guys.
Yes.
For the love, and we're so excited, and we're excited that you're excited with us. It's gonna be fun, and we're excited and expectant, and God is just good. He's so good. So we want to go into our backstory just a tad bit. Not many of you know, or maybe you caught a glimpse of it if you did see my video about birth control and what I shared in terms of my experience with birth control. Since day one, Dave was like, I don't want you on that crap. Like, well, even before we got married, because you know they say get on birth control 6 months before you get married so that your body could get acclimated and stuff like that. And since day one, he was not a fan of it. But I did it anyway because that's what the doctor said, and it was a terrible mistake. It ruined my body completely. But I already went into that in that other video. So if you missed it, just go back, scroll down, find the video about birth control. I think I was 19 years old. I'm 25 now. So at the age of 19, I was diagnosed with PCOS. That's short for polycystic ovarian syndrome. I was dealing with a lot of stuff in my body, and just to name a few, I was dealing with not getting my period I could go 6 months without properly menstruating. I was dealing with weight gain. I was dealing with depression, along with all the other symptoms and side effects of birth control. I was dealing with hormonal imbalances. I was dealing with crazy mood swings. It was terrible. It's been pretty bad since the age of 19. I have a problematic ovary, which is my right ovary, and my doctor would say that she diagnosed it as the pearl necklace. And if you don't know what that term is, it's when there are cysts that literally cover your the entire perimeter of your ovary, making it appear as though it's a pearl necklace. So that was something that I was dealing with, and that would cause me to gain weight, to not be able to lose the weight no matter how good I ate, no matter how often I went to the gym. It caused me to not be able to get my period monthly. And so I would have to take a medication to actually induce my period. You know, I was struggling with that for a while, and Dave knew it, but at the end of the day, Dave knew that we were going to be able to have a baby eventually. I told him that I was scared. He knew that I was feeling uneasy about what the future was going to look like, because if I can't menstruate, then that means how am I going to be able to ovulate? How am I going to be able to create an egg for it to be fertilized and things like that? And I felt like my doctor in a way belittled my situation and made me feel as if, oh, you're fine, like women get pregnant all the time with PCOS. And I get that, and that's great news, but I just needed more. I felt like my situation was belittled, and to me it was a huge concern. And I did ovulation kits for a little bit, I took supplements for a little bit, I did acupuncture, I did birth control. I was praying and I was waiting, and I was just really trying and hoping that this situation would get fixed in some way. More recently, we went to my gynecologist right before Christmas. She was like, so what's gonna happen with your family planning? Like, what are your goals and your timeline? What's your timeline looking like? And I said, well, I want to get pregnant anytime between now and 2 years from now. And she says, well, because of your situation, you might want to start actively trying to have a baby now, because it could take you a while to figure out, you know, the timing and the scheduling, and you might have to get help, medical attention from an infertility doctor, all these other medications or whatever, just to be able to get pregnant. So if you want to do it naturally, which I was an advocate for since day one, she suggested that I start immediately. I told her, I was like, okay, so hypothetically, if I were to have sex today, am I gonna get pregnant? And she said no. And we looked at the sonogram together, and the lining in my uterus was too thin for implantation to occur anyway. So I'm like, all right, babe, let's go. Like, we're gonna try to have a baby, and let's just keep going at it until something lands. And it landed. Like, it's mind-blowing that the doctor in my head at that time had, I'm about to cry.
You gonna cry? Emotional support. Yeah, it's okay.
I know.
It'll be fine, baby. Go ahead, girl. Share it, girl. Come on, cheer her on. Cheer her on. Clap. I see you guys clapping back there. Go ahead, baby. It's all good.
I wasn't supposed to cry. This is not cool.
That's all good. It's all right. It's all right. It's all good. Sharing your story. Go ahead.
No. So the doctor in my head had the final word. Like, I'm thinking, okay, my doctor said this isn't gonna happen. I'm gonna have to keep trying and trying. And you know, in a way, if you're having unprotected sex, that's good news, because you don't have to worry about you know, being safe or anything like that. But because we were trying to have a baby, we knew that, you know, at the end of the day, if we're gonna get pregnant, it's gonna be God that's gonna make this happen. And he reminded me of that when I woke up, as you know, it was at night. I felt really terrible, and I thought I was gonna hurl, and we had ate something, and I was like, I'm never gonna eat this again. This is like terrible. It's making my stomach hurt and everything. And I'm just like waiting over the toilet for me to throw up. And Dave's like, yo, you need to take a test. Like, something's off, and we're gonna have to take a test. So I waited a few days because I'm thinking it's just the food. I took the test on a Friday morning, right before work, and it came out positive. And I was so in shock. And Dave was like, I knew it. Like, what we're gonna name the baby? And I'm like,
first time I said, that's cool. What we gonna name him?
What? I'm like crying. Go ahead.
She's crying. Oh my God, with the stick in her hand, shivering, getting pee all over the place. She's like, oh my God. Nah, it was cool though. She's so prior to, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Mm-hmm. So she goes, she's all sick and stuff. I'm like, nah, she's pregnant. In my mind, I'm like, she's pregnant. I already felt it. First of all, I had a dream about it. That's crazy. This is weird because friends of ours that are pregnant, like a couple of our friends, I had dreams about them being pregnant, and they came like shortly after, yo, we're pregnant, like telling us the news, and it was great news. So I don't know, man. I think God gave me some sort of gift, or I don't know. Hey, I don't know what it is, but every time I dream about it, it comes to pass. Odd, yeah, sure, sounds weird, cool, but whatever. I mean, it happened, so I can't deny it. So I had a dream that she was pregnant. And a few days later, she's all over the toilet going, oh, my stomach hurts. It's whatever we ate that night. My stomach hurts. And I already knew that something was up. So when she went and she did the test in the bathroom that morning, and she came out, I already, in my mind and my heart, I knew. I was like, oh, she's pregnant. That's a no-brainer. But I wanted her to kind of, it be reality for her. So it was cool for her to see it come out. She's like, Dave,
I was shaking.
I think I'm pregnant. And I looked, I said, oh shoot, you pregnant. Come on, what we gonna name him? So and the reason why I'm so confident and calm about it is because I already knew this gonna happen. Like, you know, I know she just been dealing with this PCOS thing, and the doctor said that it's not a big deal. I mean, in some sense, it's a huge deal for a person who's dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't be insensitive to the person who's dealing with it, because although you can get pregnant, although it's possible, it's hard. It's super difficult for you to get pregnant. There's going to be a lot of trying, which I don't mind trying, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of trying, you know, you have to keep actively having sex in order for you to get pregnant, and for it to happen almost effortlessly, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, we weren't trying necessarily, but we were, hey, why not? I ain't mad at that. I wasn't mad at the attempting part. And for it to happen so fast, it comes to show you God's faithfulness, because at the end of the day, I already knew we were gonna have a family. The God has given me that vision prior to me even knowing Jill. Like I'm supposed to have a family. Like that was something God. I feel like He spoke to me. Say I'm gonna have a family one day. It's something that I desired, and I don't know, she desired it too. So I'm like, oh, it's gonna happen no matter what. PCOS, SMECOS, doesn't even matter, because at the end of the day, God has the last say. So I already knew that was gonna happen. Although she was freaking out in the process. I mean, I would always try to encourage her, but you know, it's an ongoing thing. You know, let's all be honest. Sometimes, you know, God tells us something, and we can have faith, and we can know that things are gonna happen. But sometimes when those little obstacles come in the way, you get fearful, and then you start to doubt God, because of the small obstacles, or because what the doctors say, or because of, you know, and not for nothing, I know those are minor things, like, not to belittle Jill's situation. In my mind, I knew PCOS is nothing. That's nothing compared to what God can do. I mean, nothing really is. Cancer is nothing compared to God. You know, like those huge things to us are so small to God. And I knew something like PCOS wasn't really going to stop anything. You know, although Jill was dealing with it, and I always want to be sensitive to that, because, you know, I'm not dealing with it, so I can only imagine how she feels. So I always have to encourage her and remind her and be an encourager that, hey, God is going to give us this baby no matter what. Like, whenever we're ready, it's going to happen. Or when we least expect it, because we didn't even expect it to come this soon. We said maybe a year or two we'll have a kid, and hey, it came faster than we knew it. So I'm excited about it. She's excited about it. He's going to be a boy, though. He's going to be a boy. I know he's going to be a boy. I know he's going to be a boy. When deep down in my heart, I think it's going to be a girl. We're not going to talk about it right here, though. We're going to figure it out.
Like, Dave was my anchor in terms of being able to just refocus on God and what God had said at the end of the day. Because, you know, we've been praying about it for a long time. Even, like, not in terms of the baby, just in terms of me having my sanity. And me being able to feel healthy and be healthy and look healthy, because I didn't always deal with this situation, so it was foreign to me, and I was grieving my old body. Like, I felt like I was foreign in this temple, and so it really changed the game for me. And then when it came to a baby and realizing and reading things like, oh, PCOS can cause miscarriages, or it can diminish the health of the egg, or, you know, all these other things, you're like, crap, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna have multiple pregnancies, or I'm gonna suffer, or I'm not gonna get pregnant, or I'm gonna need help getting pregnant, and those are things that I never wanted. And so we were praying together. We prayed with our life group, and it's a miracle baby. And I don't say that to diminish other people's situations or other people's pregnancies or children, because honestly, in terms of biology, the way that the body does what it does is an incredible thing, and I believe it's a miracle, regardless of who's having the baby or the situation behind the baby in the pregnancy. But when I had went to my GYN, and I was like, hey, I took this test. It says it's positive. I know I'm probably very young in the stage, but I need to figure out what's going on in my body because I have PCOS. She was like, yeah, come in. I ended up going that Monday. Of course, the urine sample did confirm that I was in fact pregnant. And then when she did the ultrasound, she was able to see where the implantation had occurred, which ovary it had occurred in, and it was my most problematic ovary. It was my right ovary that gave me hell since the age of 19, and she was able to see that it was that ovary that the miracle had occurred in, and my mind was blown again. The pregnancy test blew my mind. Then seeing that was proof that it was something that God could have only did, not my body. My body was failing me. It was God, and we knew, like, whether it's a boy, whether it's a girl, we at the end of the day are praying for a healthy baby. If He brought us this far, that He could just sustain us throughout. And we're just super excited, and we're super grateful. And the people that know our backstory personally were so overjoyed. It almost felt like it was a blessing for them as well, to be a part of knowing that we were praying for this in the beginning stages. We were completely unaware of when or what God was going to do, but now we're in the position of receiving what we were asking for, and other people that know our situation are also living in that with us. And so it feels like it's not only for us, but it's for everybody else to know that God is faithful, and it doesn't matter what you have or what you don't have. God could make something out of nothing, and he could take your mess and make it into a masterpiece. And I'm just super excited to share this with you. And of course it's a vulnerable situation, but I feel like it's important for you guys to know that this is a real problem that we were dealing with. We're humans, we're not perfect, but God is perfect, and
for sure,
this is just to point back to him and to bring you along with us on our journey toward parenthood. And we hope that this blesses you at the end of the day, and we love you guys.
We hope this encourages you. Have faith. Keep pursuing what you got to pursue. We love you. Subscribe, like, comment,
like,
hit
comment,
the notification
subscribe.
bell. Where is it? Right here. Where's that?
Right here.
Where's that? It's over here.
Right here.
We're not gonna talk about that.
We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. All right, guys, we love you. Bye.
Later, y'all.